On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 23, recorded live on February 26, 2015. My name is Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter, at Matt Philly.
My name is Josh Bug. You can check me out on Twitter, at The Bearded Bug, or on YouTube, The Bearded Bug, or It's The Bug's Life.
There you go. So a few things I kind of want to just touch base on. Wow, and sorry, my phone is going off. How unprofessional. But yeah, so a couple things I want to let you guys know about real quick before we get into the show is, one, you could actually text the keyword live to 94033 if you want to know when I'm going live. I do text alerts, and it's all thanks to my friends at textsignal.com. If you want to sign up, let me know. I will get you a nice little discount. It's a nice little thing I could do for you. The other thing is I do have a giveaway going on right now for these headphones I am wearing thanks to my friends at Brainwaves. So on swashin.tv/HM9 giveaway. It's kind of a mouthful, but it will actually be available down below in the description. There's already over 1,200 entries to win, so you definitely want to do it. There's multiple ways to enter, and it's not going to be that hard to win. It is US only, unless you want to pay the shipping cost, so keep that in mind. And the final thing I want to let you guys know about, I think it was almost a month to the day that I started setupaddicts.com. Already 750 plus active members in the community. So definitely head on over there, join the group. All it is a Facebook group, and it's active. So make sure you do that. But yeah, we should talk about setups now, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some setups.
Yeah, let's talk about some setups. So first setup, now this is probably the best setup. First setup is submitted by Tim, and Tim, let's see, he's 19. That's my age. We're brothers basically. He's 19 from the UK, and let's see. I'm trying to pull out from what he's typed in if there's anything important for us to know. But he basically just says he wants some advice and stuff like that. So how about this? You start us off, Josh.
Let's do it. So the setup, I really like it. It's clean. That's the first thing I notice. It's, obviously the focal point is the setup.
Yeah.
Now, Matt and I kind of talked about this before. I'm huge on cable management. That's my thing. Cable nerd. But I mean, the fact that I look underneath the desk and don't see anything, I was like, two thumbs up to you, Tim.
Big deal. Yeah.
That was too good. But yeah, I like, it's simple. You got some backlighting there for LEDs. It's just simple light. I like the simplicity of everything, just how clean cut it is.
Yeah, it's really clean. The one thing I don't really understand is he went so hardcore on the cable management, and then behind the monitor stands, it's like you just see just kind of coming out of the corner a little bit of cables.
Right, just so you got a little bit peeking through.
Yeah, just take Velcro and just make it go straight down the arm. That's all you have to do. It blows my mind. What are your thoughts though on? I personally think that the headphone holder coming off of what is that? Just the shelf, the way he mounted
the shelf arms.
That was pretty unique. I'm not gonna lie, and it looks good. I mean, why not use that?
He's like the only chrome in the place.
Yeah,
your eye just boom right there to it. So I mean, I think it looks good.
Yeah. What do you think about? Basically, I mean, I'm trying to think. There's a lot going on that you don't really you don't realize. The gaming, I think that's a perfect little nook for everything. Mm-hmm. It fits perfectly. There's not a lot of space on the desk though. If he was to sort of take the iPad and stuff like that and sort of, I don't know, maybe put it on a dock or something of that sorts, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, do you think it's fine just sitting there like that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I do the same thing if I'm working on a desk. I'll just pop it right down next to me because, I mean, I'd much rather, if I'm on it, I'm probably still going to be on my phone when I'm at the desk. So, a good mount or a dock or something looks good, but usability-wise, I think it makes sense if he's on his phone a lot while he's at his desk gaming or whatnot.
Yeah, I think that it's workable. It makes sense. The one thing that kind of drives me crazy, and I may be just going a little, crazy here. Actually, hold on. I'm really confused. The monitor stands. Is that there's an extra arm in there, and I'm trying to figure out what that goes to.
It feels like on the back is, I don't know if that's like a lot of cable. Maybe it's like LED
Okay.
power strip or something running up.
It's a little
So you gotta
confusing, you know?
Yeah.
So he has one. No, he has one arm per monitor, right? I can't.
Yeah, he's got one per monitor, and then it looks like the back is like a cable management strip or something.
Okay, yeah, because it's like the leg isn't in the middle of the monitor. That's why it's like confusing me.
That threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, I think that if he had a triple monitor stand, it would look a lot better. Because then, where his speakers are laying down, he could move them a little bit closer in. He wouldn't have to worry about that. He would just have one center arm.
Yeah.
And I really like how the furniture, it flows, it works together. And that mouse pad is huge.
So big.
Yeah.
So big.
Like, and I think it works for his setup, but some setups maybe not. That is so big. I want to know how big that actually is.
Like, that's almost the entire desk. But I guess, like, I don't know, if you're going for that simple look, it kind of magnifies the simplicity because you just have this giant pad with really nothing on it. So.
Yeah. So I think overall it's like 100% dead on with the cable management, except I would dock like 2 or 3% off for just behind the monitor stands. Other than that, though, it is like flawless. And I like that he's got the other setup with the TV and everything to the side. He's got a lot of options for storage. Overall, it's just a very clean, simplistic setup. And I mean, I don't know. Do you really have anything that you want to like critique as far as the setup goes?
I mean, honestly, when I first saw it, apart from, like you said, like those kind of cables peeking out of the corner, I was like, just center those left headphones and you're golden.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So other than that, really.
Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad because I'm like, I don't really have anything to offer in terms of like critiquing other than nitpicking. So
Right. So kind of like, I mean, everything's so well organized and it has its place, it looks like. So, I mean.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, when you have it looking this good, it's like, I can't really say anything. So
True.
kudos to you, good sir.
Well done, Tim.
You did it. You made it happen. Now, this next one I think is really unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this on the show, and that's why I love it. So let's see here. This comes from Wayne, all the way from Scotland, which I think is really awesome. I'm trying to see here. He doesn't give us his age, which I like when people do that because it could surprise you sometimes, which I like that. Let's see here. He just wants to know what we think. He also said that the desk is custom built, which that's something good to know. And yeah, the rest is just specs, which you guys can view at pimpmysetup.com/Q if you are interested. But other than that, I mean, what do you think? Because I know I think from the score you love it.
This setup was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's like you've got the custom shelving with like LED backlight, you have your custom desk, and like I said, cables. You look down there, it's like custom drilled holes for cable management, routing that stuff through. Like, this one blew my mind, like, by far. Just like, I'm still looking at it, just like, oh my gosh. He's got his beta fish over there. It's got its own space. It's not one of those crappy little bubble tanks. It's like a full out like aquarium.
It looks really cool. I like that. The one thing though, and I want to know what you think. You probably like it, but the LED lights, they look so weird.
They're in, like, I feel there's a lot of intense gaming that goes on here. Because like the color and the way they like offset from the bookshelf. Yeah. Like, I want to know if they're like color changeable or what's going on with it.
Yeah.
I would feel angry. Like, I just need to play Call of Duty all day at this desk. But I love it. I mean, they just kind of, it took me a while with the bookshelf. Like, it's offset the wall a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 3D almost. It's crazy. I mean, everything in real life is 3D. What am I talking about? But you know what I mean. It's just, I don't know. Like, we never see LED lights going vertical. They're always horizontal. Right. So it like threw me off when I looked at it because I'm like, wait, what? That's like, it's weird. But I like it though. I definitely think it's something I've never seen, and that's why I love it. It's insane. And he's just, the shelving is just, I mean, everything about this has to be custom because that's just like, it works for everything he owns. And I love that. I mean, and even those little stools underneath that slide on there perfectly, that is so cool.
Somebody said, Vikings Got Game said he used countertops for his desk, which looking at it definitely looks like he just took countertops and like custom just like made them to his
that's
desk.
that's how it is in my brother's room. Actually, they're just the granite countertops put in, and he has it on, for his whole setup, and it looks awesome. So, I mean, for this, it's just really nice. I love the storage options.
Even like the floating sound bar above his monitors, like you can't see any cables with it. I'm just like, what kind of magic did you use?
Yeah, he had to go into the wall for that. Yeah, or go around behind the bookcase, something like that. I don't know what he did, but that is mind blowing. And the best part about this setup is up on his screen is actually the Setup Addicts Facebook page. Wink, wink.
Boom.
He really wants those points, and I think that helped him out. But I mean, this setup, you can see the PC is tucked away perfectly. It's got the nice red LEDs with that one blue LED popping out, and it just looks. He's got red LEDs, blue LEDs, green LEDs all over, and it's just it's insane. I love it. I mean, I don't even. Good. It's bad back-to-back setups where I don't really know how to critique it because it's just he's got theme. He's got personality. He's got.
That's like the one thing I would say is like buy a stand for your headphones.
Okay.
I mean, you got nice headphones. Make a add to the beauty. Make a custom little stand for it or something.
True.
And somebody mentioned in the comments over in the chat the odd blank space to the right of the TV, which I was like, yeah. It is what it is. So, I mean, but apart from that,
we don't know. He might have a laptop, and that might be his mobile setup.
Exactly.
And some people are saying, oh, keyboard tray, blah, blah, blah. People like it. If that's what they want, that's what they want. I just think, now that I look at it, it's weird. He's got the keyboard down there and the mouse on top. I mean, if that's how you do it, you do it.
No, you play offset.
Yeah.
So be it.
It's okay. It is his setup. He does what he wants.
That's true. I mean, he built himself. So.
Yeah, so he knew what he was going for. But yeah, I mean, it's really nice, and I definitely think that the headphone stand's a good idea. Or even just a command hook. Put it on the wall there. That would look good. But did you see? I don't know if you ever seen the mannequin heads as the headphone stand.
Oh yeah, that's super cool. Yeah,
someone posted on Setup Addicts. It was like $80 or something, and it was supposed to be like art, and it's like this guy screaming, and it's a model head. I'm like, that is creepy, but that's another thing. If that's what you want to get, you do it. You do you.
You do you.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to the next setup because I don't. Do you have anything else to say about that one?
Well done, Wayne.
Well done.
You did it.
You did it. Yeah. So next setup is submitted by Jake, and this one, coming from what we just saw, this one's kind of a headache. Not gonna lie, and it's even more of a headache because he didn't write anything. So we're going off.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't like when people do that. They're leaving me with nothing to work off of. So it is what it is. But starting off, he's got headphone hooks on the wall. So there you're making plays. You're doing things. But what are your thoughts on that left shelf that has everything he's ever needed in his life right there at his fingertips?
I kind of mixed emotions about it. I'm not the cleanest person. You can ask my wife. Like I have stuff everywhere. When I had the office set up in our last place, it was a mess, kind of. But it seems like he's got a little bit like, I don't know. It's like he's got like Visine, like contact solution. He's got like, I don't know if there's like e-cig fluid or like empty whiskey bottle. There's a little like, if he just condensed it, I know, like to the just Star Wars stuff, keep the theme going. But there's a little, I think, like you said, it's pretty much everything he needs in his life, I think.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
I mean, this whole setup, I think the definition, or rather the theme, would be clutter. I don't know if it's because it's so much going on, in terms of actual things he uses, cramped into a little section, or it's just he really has a lot of things because we can't really, I don't know. Can you determine how big that room is? Like, you really can't.
You can't really, it doesn't look it's giant, but at the same time, it's like kind of it seems like his collection meets his setup. So then that plus just like everyday things equals clutter. But I mean, when you see how much stuff he's got going on, it's still like a ton of stuff, even just setup wise, not even like even cutting out the Star Wars table. He just has like just stuff. Like he's got his Mac Mini running with his computer. He's got all this going on. So I mean, it's a load of stuff for sure.
It's so, I don't know. I can't come up with one word to describe it other than confusing. It's awesome, and then I'm like, why are you doing that? I can't determine if I love it, if I hate it. But I think what I could definitely say is just go through, if you're not using it on a daily basis, if it's not something, vital to the whole display of the theme, get rid of it, put it away. And that's really all you need to do, because it's just, I don't know, like, because then he's got the PC on top and it's like, it's already cluttered as it is. Do you think that's overkill or what?
Yeah, it's like, it's a ton of stuff on the desk. I agree. Like, tuck it away, make a little spot for it. Like, mount that Mac Mini behind your display you have it hooked up with, manage the cables, get rid of some of the clutter. And I think, like, it'd go from like a cool setup that is cluttered that you're kind of like to you could be like super clean with it.
Yeah, and that's really all this needs, because he's got a personality and a theme running through it. He's got a lot of awesome, accessories and peripherals that are, a necessity to running an insane setup. It's just a matter of actually, you know what? Cool for the Atlantic said organized mess. I like that. That's probably the best way to describe it. I mean, I don't know. And that's the next part. It's like, I don't know what else to say about this setup, because I can't judge it until it's clean. You know what I mean?
Right. So like, it's eclectic and it makes me love it. And then when I think of like, how clean is it? I'm like, oh, it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know words and things. Do you have anything else you want to say about the setup?
I mean, Jake, I love your Star Wars theme. Keep it going and just hone in on it.
Yeah, and by that he means clean. Get rid of everything. Clean. But yeah, this next setup is submitted by Alex, and Alex, let's see, he's 12. Oh my God, he's 12 years old.
Man.
And that's the thing. He loves video and photo editing, and gaming is his life. It's a custom built PC, and just he goes on about all this stuff again. PimpMySetup.com/Q if you want to know a little bit more about that. But I love it. He actually put, the first thing he said was, to me, I think it rocks. That's awesome.
And that's what matters.
Yeah. If you like it, that's all you should care about. Yeah, this is really cool. I
love this, especially like he's 12.
12. It's
outrageous.
Insane. Look at, he's got the headphone stands. Well, actually, I think that's the receiver for whatever gaming headset that is, that it's supposed to lay on like that, which looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's got like the LED and everything. He's got the crazy mic arm, which that's insane. He's got the pop filter and everything. I mean, 12 years old and he's rocking probably one of the nicest setups that I've seen in a long time for that age. I mean, he's got the monitor stand holding both monitors super clean. That whole desktop has nothing on it. That's crazy. And the only thing I would say is that keyboard tray, I don't think it's big enough. Right?
Yeah, I definitely run out of real estate there.
Yeah.
Like, being that it looks like his keyboard has like a LED display on it.
Yeah,
which is
that's insane.
Insane. I'm just like, bro, like, you're 12 and your setup looks like this. I'm over here. I'm 25. I'm using my Apple headphones to stream here. But like, I mean, it looks super clean apart from like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's hating on the keyboard trays, but I mean, like, he's working with what he has, and it's killer.
He's 12. Like, that's insane. And someone even said it: out of sight, out of mind status equals boss.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I definitely, like I said, the keyboard tray is too small. So you have the room. Why not just put it on top? It makes more sense. It's going to look better. Yeah, you're going to see the keyboard cable. I don't know. That's probably a wired mouse as well. That's fine. I mean, those are things that you can't do anything about unless you were to route it through the desk. But don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, easy there.
Yeah, don't do it. I don't know though. It's also a weird keyboard tray because it's like rounded with the desk, which it's not meant for a keyboard that big. It really isn't. So
we're meant to be gaming there really hardcore, but
yeah,
the rest of the setup, it just blew my mind.
So this is the part I want to ask you, because we saw a lot of theme and personality through setups. What do you see here?
I mean, I feel like when I look at it and just obviously assuming, like, it looks like it's in his family's like family room, playroom or something. Like, it's in the corner. He's working with a space he has. He's 12 and it's like from what it is, like you said, out of sight, out of mind. Like the top one we've seen so far, just simplicity wise.
Yeah.
And just everything's so clean. Obviously, he's 12, so he's working with the space he has.
Yeah. I mean, when I was 12, I couldn't maintain anything like this. Honestly, it wasn't possible. So for him to do that, I definitely see a theme of simplicity. That's the word I was looking for. So for that, wow, he just knocked that out of the park. But it's definitely hard because he doesn't have wall space. His mom and dad probably wouldn't want him to put posters up, but he doesn't even have the space to do things like that. So,
Right.
I mean, yeah, really making use of everything. And the lamp, actually, a lot of people hate lamps, but I have not seen one person talk smack about that lamp. And that lamp, I think it's like perfect. You know, it's not overkill. People have the really big ones and stuff. It's like perfect. It's a little petite fan. Wow, lamp. I'm all over the place today. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's really nothing else to say unless you have something.
I'm good. Well done. You like Alex, 12. Who knows what you're gonna do in like 8 years? Like,
Seriously.
mind blowing.
Yeah, I want to see his setup when he's older. He's got his own place. That's going to be something. All right, so this next setup is submitted by Andrew, and Andrew is 16, and he even said that his setup is pretty decent, or so he thinks. So, hey, man, if you like it, like we just said before, that's all that matters. But he also wanted us to know he hates the glass desk because of the wires, and that's basically the only reason why he hates it. And I think everyone shares that same feelings as you do. But I don't know, like what, because I know you're all about cable management. What would you say as far as not even just his setup in general, but you know, glass desks as far as cable management?
Glass desks are the bane of cable's existence. You have to be like the highest level magician possible to be able to successfully hide cables that look good with a glass desk. I mean,
yeah,
I think it's impossible almost.
Because what you have to do is, and someone actually did this on episode 13. They, no joke, put a piece of poster board along the back of the desk, and they fooled me. I did not realize until I was editing the episode. And I'm like, that is a poster board. That you cheated. Not fair. But it worked. It definitely worked. So the only thing that I would say is getting fabric of some sorts or something like that. I wouldn't use poster board. That's not going to stay. But like fabric, and you just have to do the whole back has to be black or something like that. You know, you're not going to win the situation unless you get a new desk. So
yeah, that's the hard part with that. I mean, it looks like he already has his like cables managed, zip tied, all running where they need to be. He's got a power supply hidden back there within like that 3 inches of desk he could hide behind.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's definitely the desk he has. He's working with it. It's not the most ideal desk, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I have to say he's lucky with this desk because, as you mentioned, where he has a power strip and everything, that is awesome. A lot of glass desks don't even have pieces like that.
Yeah.
So you need to use that to your advantage. Like that big, really big set of cables coming down, try to work it with the leg at least, you know, make it work so that the rest is kind of coming over to that piece, something like that. And that would help. But I don't think that your cables are really like the end of the world for a glass desk. I mean, other than what's coming out of the monitor.
Yeah, that's I mean, he's doing pretty well what he has, it seems like.
Yeah, so that's the only part that like looks bad, but as far as that one cable that comes out from down below, that's not the end of the world. I wouldn't like hate you for that. I mean, it's pretty understandable. The one thing that I will hate on is the Yeti. I hate the Yeti, but that's the microphone is just no bueno. No, me no likey.
No Yeti love.
No Yeti love. So the other thing I would mention is the other side monitor that's not 16:9. Or it is, and it's like by like a really terrible angle, and it like hurts your head. But I think judging by that stand, it's an older display. But I think
it definitely looks like something a little older.
Yeah. So I would change that out.
Props to the Pimp My Setup being up on the page, though.
Yeah, look at that. I like that. People know how to get those extra points.
It's a good trend. I like it.
Yeah. Anyone that does that extra get that. Whoa, extra 5 points on your setup. Saying it right now. Not really though, because that's not fair. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, because it's really the desk. You're doing it. You're making it work. You're making use of the monitor. I mean, the right side of the desk looks empty, but I don't know if you have a laptop or something like that. I don't know you. You didn't really tell me that much to work off of, so yeah, I don't have anything else unless you do.
Yeah, the desk, I mean, new desk kills the glare from the lamp, hide some cables, but, you know, if it's your desk, it's your desk.
Yeah, so there you go. I think this next setup, though, it's, if you didn't see a personality in any of these setups, you see it now. There's no way you can't.
100%.
Yeah, so this one is submitted by Ben. He's 17, all the way from Australia, which is really cool. I'm surprised there's no kangaroo in the... Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. So let's see here. I'm just sifting through what he said. Yeah, just a little bit about, you know, his setup. So if you want to learn more, again, pimpmysetup.com/Q. But as far as this goes, cable management, yes or no?
Yes. Other than the one cable running down.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Other than that, yes.
It's that's the one thing I saw that I was like, no, it's not that bad though. You can make it work. I have faith in you. If you're able to make the rest of the setup look that good, then you'll make it work. But here's the question I wanted to ask you off the bat. Your thoughts on that top shelf?
That's like, I feel like that's like his trophy shelf. Like,
yeah,
these are my things. Like, I paid for that Watchdog, DedSec, like Xbox One, all that stuff. Like, that's like, I have these and I'm proud. Which, I mean, this is like, it's a lot of stuff up there, but I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It all goes in with this color. I mean, he's
True.
all about that black and green, Call of Duty, all the accessories, Xbox, like everything flows. Even though there's a lot of stuff.
I do like that. The Razer products match his Xbox theme, but I know for a fact that he's making a lot of these people cringe because you know, they don't like console gamers. These people are all about PCs. But hey, man, I got an Xbox One. This is an awesome setup. So there we go. You know, it follows the theme though. So regardless whether you like it or not, he did it, and you got to give him props for that. So, I mean, I'm trying to think what really drives me insane. Okay, I would say this. He can't use his computer when he is gaming. So another display is definitely a necessity at this point. The only thing is, does he have room for it?
Yeah, that's like, you have to cut into Call of Duty Ghost poster real estate over there.
Yeah.
Figure out some type of mount over on that far side. Because I mean, the main desk, I don't know if it could, with the speakers and everything, kind of run out of room.
Yeah, I mean, those are, I'm trying to think how big those displays are. Maybe like a 23-inch or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see it being a 27, but I definitely think that, like you said, it's going to give him a hard time as far as getting another display there. But wouldn't you agree that he would need another display for this?
Yeah, I mean, if he's that big on both, you know, his PC jumping over to his Xbox, he's going to got a 360 down there. I don't know if he still uses it for anything. So it's going to be kind of tricky trying to, you know, run all three off of that one display. So, I mean, throw another display up there, just, you know, Xbox the one, PC the other, do something crazy, you know?
Yeah, and it just, it's hard because it's a small desk, but I think the desk, like, is perfect except for adding another display, which is something you need to do. So it's kind of like a headache, but I mean, the posters are cool. I would frame them to kind of take it to that next level. But I think like the NBA 2K15, that would look stupid framed, honestly. It looks cool on the wall, but I wouldn't frame it. And the one that's directly behind the monitor looks cool. The only other thing that I could really think of is that shelf. The color doesn't really work. And that's just me nitpicking at this point. If you wanted to make that white, that would look good. If you want to go green, don't do that. But yeah.
I'll go black or white.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, if you want to go crazy, try green. It's,
you know.
Yeah. But yeah, so do you have anything else you want to like add in about this?
I feel like this is one of those few setups you could walk into the room, not know the person, and know who they are.
Oh yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's hard to do because Like, you walk into my room and you're just confused. You're really confused. I have a little bit of everything. I mean, I have Disney things all over, and then I have, you know, things about gaming, and then I have like this race simulator behind me, and then I have like, I don't know. There's just, you can't find, you could tell who I am in terms of I like a lot of different things, but you walk into this guy's room and you're like, oh, okay, you like Xbox, I would assume. Which, yeah, there you go. That's a thing. I gotta stop saying that. I keep saying that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah, but you know, I don't have words sometimes, so I just say that and it makes me sound smart. All right, so this next setup is submitted by Nathan, and Nathan is 15 from Ohio, and I'm gonna do a bad joke. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Anyways, let's see. He said this is his first ever setup, and let's see. I'm just reading through if there's anything important you guys should know. The walls are green. That's a thing. There I go again.
That's a thing.
He wanted to paint them light gray, but he's not up to that yet. So I'm gonna assume he's gonna do that eventually. And he talks about how much he loves managing his cables. So there we go again. Question for you. What do you think about his cable management?
The only thing negative I have to say is that cable running off the left side of the desk from the speaker. You know, tuck that thing behind there, get it out of the way. I thought it was pretty cool, you know, working with what he has for mic setup, like cable managing that.
Yeah.
The XLR like straight towards you instead of trying to run it back behind the desk. It still looks super clean, and then from what I can tell underneath the desk, I mean, I really don't see anything hanging. Yeah, it's dark. Over on the right, you kind of see some extension cord stuff happening, but the chair's there, so I don't know exactly what's happening there. But I mean, apart from that, I think cable wise, he did pretty well there.
Now, the next thing is all right. So it's a pretty unique desk because it's got that curve and everything, and he's really utilizing that section, but he has so much open room. Like, what do you think about that?
Right side, it's just kind of, it's over there.
Yeah,
and it's just over there.
But it's really, 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 really deep. Like, really deep.
Huge desk. So I mean, you could throw 4 monitors on that thing easy.
Oh yeah, and I think that's kind of how it's meant to be with that curve. You're supposed to go right into that, and from there have all your monitors in that corner. And where he's using his main setup now is supposed to be like this side spot, but I could be wrong. And I guess it's, you use it how you want. But I feel like that corner is so sad. Like,
yeah, it's a, maybe like, you know, gets the room painted, gets a little more, you know, into the desk.
Yeah.
Like kind of settled the way he wants it. Maybe we'll start throwing some stuff over there, but definitely it's like all central here, and over here it's just kind of all left alone.
Now, the other thing that I think is weird is like, since it's green, it's like almost chroma key, like dead on. So like, I wonder if he ever just films around his room and tries chroma key, like the walls are missing. It's like, whoa.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I want to see that. Nathan, you should take a video of that, send it to me, and I will chroma key it, and that will look awesome.
We'll put you in the middle of like the Clone Wars or something. I'll see the Star Wars stuff up there.
Yeah, that would be, oh my God, that would be so cool. Like, because he has the floor and everything. So it's just like you change out the walls. That would be insane. So the other thing I wanted to ask was, what do you think of, because he's got a lot of things hung up on the wall, but they're like all over the place and it's like assorted. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as a non-organized person, I know where he's at. But at the same time, it's kind of like, he's got like Star Wars stuff over here. He's got this Joker poster up on the left. He's got a map of some kind. And he's got the cork board, and it's kind of all over the place, even if it was all together.
Yeah.
But organized all together, even though it's all different stuff, I think it'll look a bit better than, you know, having it just like the map touching the Slave 1 print from Empire Strikes Back, but then like all this other stuff like extra spacing.
Yeah. That I'm like staring at that map. Do you think that's like all the places he's been?
I was trying to figure that out when I was
Right?
looking at this beforehand. Like, that would be really cool, or it's almost like I don't know what river that is, but maybe he's really into like, I don't know, spelunking or geocaching. I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
no, that's a thing. I don't know though. It's like, I think that's really awesome. Something on that level of like personal, makes it really unique. But yeah, I personally, Because to me, like if you look at my posters in my room, they're like all neat and like level and in a specific spot. That part of me looks at this and is like, bleh, like thrown up, but not really. I don't know. I don't like it, but you know, if you're like Josh and your mind's all over the place, then more power to you. You hung some stuff up. It looks great.
Just spacing. I would say just spacing.
Yeah. Because I don't get like the one thing is on top of the map and it's like, why is that a thing? I don't know.
I just can't say it. I can't handle the touching.
Yeah.
That's what gets me.
Yeah, that's where it goes overboard. All right, so now we're gonna go on to the last setup on the list.
Oh boy.
This one. Okay, so taking a look here, I really liked his last photo, and I think you agreed. He sent us an awesome photo, which I don't even have on hand anymore, and it looks so good. But he upgraded the TV. So now he sent us this picture, and I think my score actually decreased with this picture. So he probably shouldn't have sent it, but hey, man, you do you. All right, let's see. What's his name? Oh, Jonathan. My bad. He didn't say his age. Did he say his age? No.
Oh.
Yeah, so he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, just like I thought. He doesn't actually say anything worthwhile here. So, all right, go for it. What do you think for the setup?
One, I wish you would have used the last picture.
Yeah.
I mean, from the from the first picture to this one, I mean, there's like visible cables now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's killing me. I love, let's talk about cables first. You get cables hanging out the front and the side, and I know how pretty this thing could be because he sent us that first picture. So I'm like,
it looks so good.
So good. And this one looks great too, but after seeing that first one, I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah. Expectations. I mean, all right, here's a good question for you. Sitting in front of that keyboard, how do you put your legs in a comfortable position?
That was my question for you. It was like, I need leg space. Like when I'm at the desk, leg space number one.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like smashing my Xbox and controllers with my knees the whole time.
Yeah, like literally I would be doing the same thing. I would clear off that shelf and use that for my legs. And even that would be uncomfortable. But I don't understand because like he's got that other side of the desk that is perfectly open.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? I don't understand. I can't compute what's happening here. I don't think that the desk really works for this massive triple monitor setup. And the reason why I say that is because I'm pretty sure it's almost exactly what I'm doing now. The IKEA tabletops plopped on. And because of that, you have to have 4 legs per table. That way it's supported. And that leaves you with a double leg right there, smack dab in the middle.
Yep.
And that's no bueno. So,
and I know that IKEA furniture, that piece that's below is not attached to the desk. It's just there.
Really?
So if that's the piece I'm thinking of, but I mean, like, so in theory, that's movable in the sense like he could shift it down or something.
So why isn't that a thing? Like, slide it over, dude. What are you doing? I mean, he's got the insane chair. He's actually the next photo. If you look, he's got insane LEDs under the couch and everything, which is a little weird. If you look, it ends like it goes under the first seat and then it stops underneath. Right. I mean, hey man, you do you. But yeah, he's got like insane LEDs. They look very strong, and I like that. And the room as like a whole man cave looks really nice. I like the different colored walls, and it looks like he's probably like in Florida or something. It looks like
that's exactly what I thought of. When I first saw the picture of all those LEDs on, I thought it was a completely different room.
Exactly, right?
I was like, someone put their setup in a club. It was getting crazy.
Yeah, and one thing I don't understand, maybe you would, the LEDs behind the display, don't they look like 2 different colors?
Yeah, it kind of was throwing me off a little bit. I was trying to figure out.
It's like a flamingo's. No, not a flamingo. A peacock.
Like, what's going on exactly?
Yeah.
But
and the keyboard's cool. I think that's the the chroma, the Black Widow chroma, maybe something like that. So I like that it's like the multi LED colors.
That one, I think I saw a video on that one the other day. Depending, like, you can do different like key presses, and actually, like, well, when you press it, it'll go out color wise from the key. Like, I love that keyboard.
Yeah.
So Accessory wise, on point.
Yeah, I wish that they made it for Mac where you could actually control the LEDs. Because like right now I'm using a mechanical keyboard, but I can't control LEDs on it because the software is not compatible. And that's the one thing I envy about Windows users is they can do crazy things with their keyboards, and I am jealous. All right, so next question for you. What are your thoughts on that TV being so oddly placed?
It's not centered, which makes me iffy. I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's exactly going on. I love that it's up there, but if it was just centered above those other displays, like that mixed with other monitors, I think would look awesome.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I don't know, like hospital room, waiting room TV style, just kind of like off in the corner, it seems like. Yeah. But maybe it used to be centered. Maybe it may be centered right over his desk, but not over his monitors.
Yeah.
So I mean, like.
But wait, let's get this right here. He upgraded his TV and decided to put it back in the same spot.
Right.
It's like if there was a problem, he would have moved it, but he obviously likes it in that spot for some
loves it right there. Yeah.
Some reason. I can't figure that out. But hey, again, I think this is honestly the name of this episode should be, "Hey man, you do you." Because
do you? That's exactly.
Yeah, you do you. And all right, last question before we wrap up. What are your thoughts on that plant?
I mean, that makes me feel like I'm in Florida.
Yeah, that's really the only reason why I came up with the Florida thing.
And one thing I forgot to mention, that GoPro in the corner. Love it.
Oh, wait, I don't even see that.
I think it's a GoPro.
Okay, no, I see it. Damn, yeah, I like GoPros.
He must be like doing some streaming and stuff. I think it's a really cool setup. I think it looks cool probably from that angle.
Yeah.
Once he gets this whole stream going with it.
Yeah, and someone, I guess this is the last thing I want to say. Someone said, where is his PC? And I would assume it's to the right where we can't see it, to the desk.
Right.
Otherwise, he's doing magic. And
yeah, he's a magician, or he's tucked it away behind the chair.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's a little creepy. I'm just saying. But all right. So now, hey, I actually remembered about the scores, which is a surprise. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the setups and talk about the scores. So here we go. Tim received a 79, followed by Wayne with a 91, and Jake with a 76, Alex with a 73, Andrew with a 60, Ben with a 82, and Nathan with a 72. Did I say 72? No, I said 82. That's why it sounded weird. And the last one, Jonathan, he walked away with an 83, which means our winners for this episode are Wayne with obviously the 91 and Jonathan with the 83. So it was a close one. If you saw, who was it? Yeah,
it's close.
Ben. Yeah, Ben had an 82. Jonathan had an 83. That's crazy. That's a close one. And I'm not going to lie, it was actually a tie, and I had to break it before the show. So, yeah, I did it, and I was like, oh, my God, there are two 82s. This is not good. So I had to do a thing where okay. So, yeah, that's really it. So, I guess I will reiterate for those that were not paying attention in the beginning of this video, or for the people watching live, you could text the word live to 94033 if you want to get live text alerts when I'm going live. And also on swashin.tv/HM9 giveaway, there are already 1,200 entries, which I'm sure that has went up since the show started. So if you want to win these headphones, that's where you're going to want to go. And the last thing I want to say is setupaddicts.com. There are 750 plus members, so head on over there. And yeah, that's the thing. There I go again. I got to stop. All right, so definitely make sure you check out Josh's setup. Wow. It's been a long day. Make sure you... Okay, how about you just plug your channels and I stop talking?
So don't forget to head over and check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/thebeardedbug for any comic and nerdy Disney reviews. We have youtube.com/itsthebugslife for my wife and I daily vlog channel. That's our big thing we're working on now. And my wife also has a channel, youtube.com/joeybbug for everyone that likes to do makeup or loves Disney.
There you go. So see, guys, people that like Disney are cool people. I told you.
That's right.
See?
Look at this Haunted Mansion sweatshirt.
I'm wearing Mickey Mouse right now.
Yeah,
that's a thing. Wow, there I go again. I'm done. All right, so
you
guys,
have to make a T-shirt with that on.
I should. I really should. What I really need to do is stop saying it, but that's not going to happen. So there we go. My name's Matt Philly. Check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly. Obviously, you know where to find Josh. He got it all plugged in, and it will be down in the description. So go over there. And before we wrap up, last question for you. What is your biggest fear?
Ooh.
Something that scares you.
I'm really afraid of electricity.
Okay.
Like
Getting
open
shocked?
wires and stuff. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
You can't see it. You can not really hear it. You can't hear it sometimes, I guess.
True.
But I don't play with electricity.
That's good. So what we're gonna do is, guys, make sure you find a scary photo of someone being shocked or something like that, and tweet it to him, and that will haunt him in his dreams. So there we go. Do that, and that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Episode number 23, recorded live on February 26, 2015. My name is Matt Philly, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow at Pimp My Setup on Twitter for the latest info about the show. And check out swashin.tv/schedule to know when we'll be live again. Stay up to date with Matt Philly by following him on Twitter at Matt Philly. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flippity flop.